Hi, my name is Jeff Silberman, and I'm a Technical Solutions Architect at Cisco Systems. This video is part of the UCS Advantage series, designed to highlight that many common data center operational tasks become much simpler to address with Cisco's unified computing system. This segment will highlight the unified computing system's ability to address the problem of pre-provisioning and pre-configuring the network and storage infrastructure in advance of servers being physically present. Typically, if you'd want to configure storage infrastructure for things like zoning and LUN masking, you'd normally have to wait for the servers to physically log onto the SAN fabric in order to have visibility. However, with Cisco's unified computing system, we have separated the server's identity from its connectivity, which allows data center operators the ability to pre-configure the infrastructure. In the UCS data model, service profiles represent all the attributes of a logical server that have been abstracted away from the underlying physical hardware and physical connectivity. By supporting logical servers that can be disassociated from the underlying hardware, we're able to remove many limiting constraints around how servers might be provisioned and how physical servers might be easily repurposed for different applications and services. One of the fundamental building blocks in the UCS data model are pools, which are sets of containers for server identifiers, like MAC addresses and worldwide port names. In UCS, the I/O identifiers are part of the logical server definition, independent of the underlying physical hardware and connectivity. So let's go into the UCS Manager now, which is our single point of management for all server resources in this domain, regardless of its size, and let's take a look at the SAP Service Profile template that's been created. This template definition contains two virtual NICs and two virtual HBAs. The virtual NICs are going to draw their MAC addresses from the pre-populated SAP MAC pool, and the virtual HBAs are going to draw their worldwide port names from the pre-populated default pool. Now we will use the SAP Service Profile template to actually instantiate 30 logical SAP servers, each with their own identity, each with their own unique set of MAC addresses and worldwide port names. Now we've created 30 logical servers in a domain that currently only has 4 physical servers. But let's assume that more blade chassis were scheduled to show up next week. How could we make the best use of time? With Cisco's UCS, the mapping between the logical servers and their worldwide port names has already been established. This mapping will be persistent and invariant for the life of the server. The way to view this mapping is to look at the worldwide port name pool that was referenced by the server's virtual HBAs. This would be the basis for discussion with any storage administrator to proceed with zoning, storage provisioning, and LUN masking. To make things even easier, this mapping could easily be exported into a spreadsheet, such that the contents could be cut and pasted into whatever automation script might exist to do zoning, storage provisioning, and LUN masking based on server names and worldwide port names. A similar story exists on the network side. The mapping between the logical servers and the MAC addresses has already been established. This mapping can be queried by examining the MAC pool. And the contents of this mapping can also easily be exported into a spreadsheet, enabling the network administrator to simply cut and paste the contents into a DHCP configuration file. Using this approach, the data center infrastructure can be fully configured independently of the server hardware being physically present. When the servers and blades do show up, they can easily be cabled, discovered, and inventoried automatically by the UCS Manager and be ready to be deployed, running applications and services. To recap, configuring the network and storage infrastructure typically required the physical servers to be present and cabled. With Cisco's unified computing system, a server's identity with respect to MACs and worldwide port names is already established, independent of its physical connectivity. Thank you for watching.